All right, back at 60 frames a second. Sorry about that. Let me repost this some.
Ahoy hoy.
Ahoy, matey! All right, here, now let me run it. And while it's going, I'll be back. I gotta get up for a second. Get my water. There, is that smoother?
Waiting. Oh yeah, that is... Wow.
Here, I'm
Wow.
gonna let it go. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back.
Damn, man.
I know, isn't that smooth?
I think you've been streaming at 30 FPS for a while now.
It's weird. I must have never. Maybe it didn't take or it crashed. Who knows?
I see.
But
I see what the mine issue is now.
Can you even shoot
It's
them when
kinda
they're stuck?
funny.
Yeah, I guess you can. But yeah, even in the classic mode, I think I'm going to leave it at 60, like whatever the highest frame rate the device supports, because playing it at slower frame rate just sucks. I was gonna limit it to 30 frames a second in the classic mode, but I think I'm gonna leave it. Nobody has. Go play the old Raptor. It sucks. I mean, the movement is like so kludgy, and it's 24 frames a second. So if you have VSync on, there's a hiccup every couple seconds, or if VSync's off, you get a tear in the screen.
Man, I played the old version of Raptor a few weeks ago. I got to like the first like actual boss, and I kind of just quit because I was like,
In the new mode, I want to redo the bosses. They're really
I was
unbalanced.
admittedly pretty frustrated because it was like, you know, the per pixel collision plus just there being no way to like actually hit the enemy without like having bought the right weapons or getting damaged. That like I was pretty miffed at that. But, you know, so there's a chance to update
Oh,
the
I just
game and
realized
make
that
it
the
better.
sky still scrolls. The map is not. 'Cause it's being done in the shader. I got to put a speed that I set for that.
You gotta add some horizontal scroll to it so that when when the level stops, like the clouds are still blowing across the sky.
Yeah, I'm gonna add in
Yeah,
like all kinds of weird weather shit. That water looks so cool. I'm thinking I don't want to do it yet, but I want to calculate like a depth of the water so I could show what's under the water. So like near the shore, you see the sand more, and as the water gets deeper, it turns more to blue. But I'd have to scan each level. I'd have to like make like a giant array of like what's land and what's water in memory, and then like calculate the distance from shore or something like that. Yeah, in the new mode, I want to put like where it gets dark and stormy and lightning, and then gets sunny out again, and night and day, and all kinds of stuff.
if you want to do it really smart, I suggest like redoing the level tools and then actually being able to fill in that value like for how high something is. Because then
To do it pixel by pixel would take 6 months. I mean, you
'cause
literally you have to draw it by hand. I mean, I could totally calculate it in code. I would just have to make a tool for it because it'd take a long time to do.
yeah, because like I'm thinking, I personally would love it if there was a way to load in custom levels, and I think a lot of people would also like that.
Yeah, maybe down the road, but initially it's going to be.
It's like a stretch goal, you know.
But initially it's going to be for consoles, so you can't really do that on consoles anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to worry about the PC stuff until it's time for that.
That makes sense.
This is all taking way longer than I ever thought. I mean, what I've been on this full time since January, and then I worked on it probably 8 months part time before that.
I mean, personally, I don't mind, but I'm not sure if other people don't mind. I I just think it's cool that you're doing this, so I'm just throwing you a bone so it's easier to continue. So
About what?
like I just think it's cool that like I like it when people get to work on the things they like, and like plus it's something from my childhood, so it's like
This is
I'll
definitely
throw a few
fun.
bucks at that, even if it like takes forever. I don't mind.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but in the beginning, I spent 2 months looking for, um, probably 3 months trying to dig up the original files and trying to find like the missing map editor and stuff. I mean, I found most everything except the map editor, window editor, and ship editor, and the GLB linker and the graphics grabber. It turns out what I was doing back in the time. So when I made Demon Star, I worked in the Raptor folder on the tools there to upgrade them to what Demon Star needed. So all my backups have like Demon Star's stuff, not Raptors. It seems like it's lost forever.
Did you use version control yet at that
Not
time?
not
Or
not that.
like
Yeah, version control is copying it to a floppy.
oh no.
Now I use version control, and now I back up.
Oh, I've been there, but it still hurts.
I have.
It still hurts to hear.
In Texas. I had this Colorado tape drive, and I got the original. It's Rambozo. I got the original cassette tape of a backup of the whole network drive, and it's like it was in a sealed, airtight container this whole time. So I'm thinking it'll work, but I'll have to send it to a place to hit like that, recovers data from old things like that, and it costs a fortune. So
I got a cassette player if you want.
what?
I've got a cassette player if you'd like.
Yeah, cassette player. It's a Colorado tape drive. I actually have the Colorado tape drive. I'm afraid to put it in there; that'll eat it because it's so old. The tape drive was sitting in my closet, but the actual backup tape, was in a sealed, like airtight Tupperware thing with the zip discs, and all the zip discs worked.
You could probably buy a new one of those tapes and check if it eats that one, and if it doesn't,
Oh, that's
maybe
true.
you
Yeah, I
can
didn't even think of
try
that.
it.
But trying to back up, I have to get my old DOS machine running, and oh my god, it just sounds like I'd rather pay somebody to do it for me.
That makes sense.
I'm sure that stuff, that the DMX stuff that's missing, I'm sure that's on there too.
You need a secretary.
I need a robot
You need an
secretary.
intern.
When I was little, I was sure. By the time I was like 25, there would be like robots and stuff. You could have robot friends and stuff. We're not even near that yet.
That's life for you. It's just one big disappointment.
I know, right?
Then
I
we,
Nah,
Then-
innovation takes just as long as Raptor Remix. It's
Well,
like it's
somewhere
gonna
in there,
take a
people
while.
stopped looking forward and started looking backwards. Like everybody, oh, I wish it was the 80s again. But back in the 80s, everybody wished it was the future, you know? Yeah, that looks cool.
I always have that with my friends. It's like, oh man, I miss it when it was like X year. We did so many fun things. And it's like, nah, I'd rather just stay in the present and continue, man. I don't need that.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want to relive the same thing over again.
you are right now.
I know, right? I'm fixing an old mistake called Raptor. This game was never done. It was supposed to run at 60 frames a second. The hardware was just not there yet.
I always figured you just couldn't count that high.
Yeah, that too. I made it to like 48, and I just...
Man, if I had to redo big parts of my life, I'd just buy like a bunch of Bitcoin in like 2012, and that's the only plan I have for that.
That reminds me, I had a nightmare about that. I have Bitcoin. I was mining Bitcoin like 10 years ago, and I think it was on my Mac, which died. But that's where my wallet was. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's like 0.00 something Bitcoins, you know? It's probably worth something today.
Probably, like, I think back then the mining pools were also like smaller, so it's probably like a few hundred at least.
$1 million. I
$1 million.
don't know what to work on now. Do I fix that mine bug, or do I make normal maps for the other graphics?
Oh, you never got that mine issue sorted out?
Well, I come to the conclusion that since I was going to rewrite the movement routines anyway, because right now it's like the old fixed math routines updated. All I did was change it to float, and it seemed to work. So my thinking is I could spend all day or 2 days or even a week looking for this fucking bug, and I still got to rewrite those routines sometimes. So why not just do it now?
Oh, the best way to fix code is to delete it.
If I delete it, it won't do anything.
I mean, like, you delete it and just put something simpler in place for it because you're smarter now.
I want to do the Bezier curve thing.
By that logic, you should have just scrapped Raptor entirely and started over.
I know, right?
Raptor 2? Nah.
Well, it's cool that I did this because I didn't think about Raptor for 27. I mean, I did a little bit, but I mean, I never played it again after like 1994.
There were like little re-releases. So where did those come from?
So, like, when I first what?
Like on Steam, there's like I think a 2015 edition.
Oh yeah, like the .emu stuff and
Yeah, they're probably, since I got a contract with them, we got to make a deal or whatever so they could sell this version. But yeah, I hated
just
Raptor
FYI,
up until
don't get
recently.
any of those Steam versions. They have like mouse issues and stuff. Like going through the menus, they're like sometimes you just have to like actually swing around your mouse before you can actually like click on certain things.
Yeah, it's not entirely their fault. When I did some of the port, like most of it, I mean, they added like a couple things like their logo and that filtering to make it higher res and stuff. But I was not into it. I was just trying to do it in the minimal amount of time. I really didn't care. That's what the music is mono. I mean, I didn't even remember thinking that. So let's see. Enemy. Yeah, this is the routine I gotta rewrite. Somewhere this is fucking up.
All right, I'm off. Last winter, the raging Korean drove away without unplugging the block heater on her car.
Yeah.
So I'm finally getting around to fixing the plug today.
Ah. Is it cold there?
I could think of a lot of things I'd rather be doing right now.
I like the fact that I could do whatever I want anytime I want, which usually is work, so.
Yeah, I miss freedom. This whole happy wife, happy life thing, I ain't buying it.
I'm not buying it. I just wish there wasn't a fucking pandemic. I used to go to take my laptop and go work at the coffee shop or something just to get out of the house. It's like the cabin fever feeling is like beyond anything I felt in my life.
Well, just don't worry about it. I was reliably informed by a fella the other day that it's all a hoax anyway. So
yeah.
Oh, he's also told me that the vaccine contains pig urine. 10 out of 10 is reliable.
And yeah, and microchips and all kinds of stuff, and makes you magnetic. I've heard that one.
I'm a little pissed about my microchip. My cell phone reception isn't any better. I haven't got my instructions from Bill Gates yet.
I just pictured that meme of him laughing.
Maybe that's why my Wi-Fi got worse. I got the vaccine.
Oh, there you go.
All that 5G is interfering.
Oh God, that's the 5G that's spreading the COVID.
Oh shit!
I wanted to make a website or a meme or something with making up some weird shit and see how many people fall for it.
Yeah, that's the scary thing. You do that, and then people actually start citing it and sharing it around, and it becomes a real thing.
I know. Dr. Scott says with his multiple PhDs, make it look all like legit and everything. I mean, I just can't believe people. They see something, and if it says what they want to believe, they just believe it. They don't go any further than the picture.
It's true, but that is something we are all guilty of, and to one extent or another.
I mean, try to look up everything.
Is real, but
I assume everything's fake until I prove it's true. What time is it? Oh, it's only 4:39. Shit.
Good, you got another 8 hours to go.
Yeah, I could go. I'm going to go to at least 10 or 11.
I'm not watching the video. What are you working on right now?
I'm debating on whether to work on the mine issue or the movement issue for all the enemy ships, or make a thing that calculates a normal map for the ships and the ground and stuff.
Gotcha. I hate to say this, but that water looked actually pretty sharp.
I know, dude. When I first got it working, for one, you need a good normal map for the water. And I was using one that made it look horrible. And I think there might have been an error in the normal map because it was had little black specks in it and stuff. And I'm like, this looks horrible. And I'm pacing back and forth. I'm like, this does not look the way I imagined it in my head. And I just spent all this time to get to this point, and it's not going to work. I was so depressed. And then I found a few bugs and fixed a few things, and I found a better normal map and scaled it better. And I'm like, damn, this looks. Then I added the specular reflection, and I'm like, damn, this looks pretty fucking good. But then the next day, that mine bug came up, and then it was depressed again. And it was like the many ups and downs to making a game.
Well, you can always just can it and put out that match 3 game. You'll make a fortune.
Yeah, when I was little, I mean, that's how if I was working on a project before I actually sold a game, I mean, I pissed off at one thing, I'd just start a new thing. I'm like, I can't deal with this. And I think the first game I got done completely was Galactics. And then I even did that with fucking Raptor. I mean, I was making a second sword, and I don't remember I don't remember why I started working on Raptor, but my dream was to make a 3D role-playing game, and that's what I was doing, so why the hell would I start on Raptor? I don't remember that. I must have got frustrated and just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna try playing around with a shooter." And then Apogee saw the Raptor, and they're like, "Oh wow, this looks really good," you know. And I'm like, then we kind of got on that, and then we canned the second sword.
Good drugs.
Yeah,
That's what did it.
but I know that's how I thought back then, so I'm thinking that's what I did. I probably hit some roadblock or something, and with second sword, and I just went to Raptor. But now I kind of proved that I could figure out anything. It might get depressed sometimes or think it's going to fail, but eventually get through it. So
I wrote a tic-tac-toe game on the Trash 80 the other day.
hey, you can put the donkey in it.
Fuck
The
yeah.
only winning move is not the come here, donkey.
I'm excited to get the cassette player. I can actually save stuff now. I'm still working on a cure for that expansion interface. I want to use the disk drives. It's classy.
Yeah, I found I got my VIC 20 tape drive. I wonder if I got any old tapes. I'd love to load up something and just see it again.
I'm in touch with this fella lives a couple blocks away from me. He's selling a VIC 20.
Well, how much is he charging?
He wants $150 for the whole kit and caboodle.
That's not bad going today. You ever tell you that story? I got this. I got a Commodore 128 for $20 at this computer convention, brand new. This was before like the Commodore craze started again. Then somebody said something like, "How much do you think this is?" I forget what the post was. Something about a Commodore. And I said I got mine for $20. Man, I got so much hate. You goddamn liar! I mean, people were just like calling me name. I'm like, why would I lie? I got it for $20 fucking dollars. Why would I lie about it? We get people like you coming here trying to ruin everything. I'm like, what did I do?
You should have paid more.
I know.
I was always jealous of you Commodore people.
Why?
I like you said, that Trash 80. That's what I started.
I wanted that computer. I wanted all of them. In fact, what I really wanted was I wanted the Timex Sinclair, because at the time you had to build it yourself, and I was into electronics before that. And my dad goes, "That's a piece of junk," so they got me the VIC.
I was actually showing off the Trash 80 to some guys at work. So the next day, one of our drivers, he comes in from the next province over every night. He shows up and he's got the Texas Instruments, whatever computer they released in 84.
But a TI 994A. I wanted that one too.
Yeah, he brought it in. He's got it all in the box. He got the warranty manual, the manual.
For some reason, that one had very clear, like most of the, because you ran that on a regular TV, but most of the computers had like a little tinge around like the pixels, you know, and the TI one was really fucking clearer than most of the other computers.
The big thing I was jealous of was color. I didn't get color until probably 91, 92.
That's when I had an Amiga. So I had 4096 colors.
Rub it in. I had two. Black and white.
I didn't know the tier. I thought they called it the color computer or something.
Well, that came later. I got the Model 1, right?
Okay.
So color was never a thing.
I wanted a pet one with the green screen, the blue screen, whatever the hell I had.
Well, those pets were pretty neat devices. I you know what, when I was a kid, the Trash 80 was a green screen, but that was a plastic insert you put over the screen, and
like the original Space Invaders. The turret, the bunker things were really white, but they had a green thing on the screen.
Yeah.
I wanted the TRS 80, whatever the Radio Shack one was. It looked like a terminal. It was like gray, and it had like a mono screen. I don't know what the model was called.
Oh, like the all-in-one?
Yeah, it was like one big thing.
Yeah, so that started with the Model 2. That had the built-in 8-inch drive. Then the Model 3, the 3s and 4s were all-in-one machines as well. But they went to the 5 1/4 drives built in.
Yeah, this one here, if you're looking at the stream.
Hang tight. I'm sitting in a parking lot on my cell phone, right? Just burning my data.
Yeah, there wasn't. I don't think there was one computer in existence I didn't want. I wanted them all.
One thing I never wanted was the apples.
I wanted an Apple too. God, my friend Andy had that, man. That just seems so much more like hardcore than like the Commodore, you know? And they had like I don't know, like the programs and the games they had for it just seemed more high tech. I remember seeing like a space shuttle simulator and all these, like really, and then you had the green screen that was really clear, and I had my Commodore 64 that was all blurry on a TV screen. I didn't get a monitor until I was like older. Yeah, in fact, when I first got my VIC 20, all I had was a black and white TV to put it on, and I didn't have a tape drive, didn't have a disc drive. Yeah, then I got a tape drive like a year, the next Christmas or something like that.
That's actually the Trash 80. I still have the original monitor, and it's not really a monitor. Radio Shack just took their 12-inch black and white television and put a DIN plug on it.
I wonder whatever happened to that black and white TV I had. Parents are good. My mom, she throws everything away.
Yeah, I remember we parked trash in 85 or 86, and the old man got an XT, the 8088 chip. And that floored me, man. I had a 32 megabyte hard drive. The
Well,
Hercules graphics card, which was
Hercules, I
a
remember
phenomenal piece of technology for its time.
Was that the one that did 16-bit color?
Yeah. Well, the later ones did colors. The first one that came out were black and white, but EGA, man, staggering.
When I got my first job, I didn't even have a PC, but it was programming on a PC. It was a 286 EGA 10 megabyte hard drive. I think that's the first time I actually had a hard drive on a computer. I remember like I'd save it, you could hear it like rattling, and I kept thinking it was going to eventually break because it sounded like I could picture like a record, bouncing, with the needle bouncing on it or something.
Yep. Oh, that was back in the day when you shut your computer down. You made sure to park the hard drive first.
Oh yeah, remember that?
That's going back a few years.
Yeah, I hated PC, DOS PCs, because I had an Amiga, and then I get my first programming job, and it's on a 286 EGA machine with like 16 colors that look like crap, and I'm like, man, this sucks. I went from a Windows operating system to DOS.
I'm still more comfortable in DOS than Windows.
But I meant like the Amiga. I'm not saying Windows, but like the Amiga had like a multitasking operating system and stuff, with like Windows like kind of stuff,
Well, Bill Gates is laughing at your Amiga now.
Yeah. Commodore really fucked it up. They had like the best computer in the world at the time, and they just totally fucked it up. Although, they did use the Amiga for like to make like TV shows and shit, like Babylon 5 and with the video toaster thing.
All right, I'm really gonna get on my go here.
All right,
I gotta
dude.
go change my plug. Then I gotta fix a sink. Then I have to move the fridge again.
What a fun day! I'm gonna be sitting here all day.
Well, enjoy it. I will live it vicariously through you.
Well, it's not as fun as it sounds. I mean, sometimes it's fun. This isn't fun right now. I don't know what to do next.
Tell you what, I'll come down there and sit in the chair. You go move the fridge.
All right. That's why I like going to my mom's. I get to do stuff like that, just to do something other than code.
Slave labor is a preferable alternative.
There's something. I mean, it's like vacuuming. I like vacuuming. It's like there's something in doing mindless things sometimes. Or when I like worked at McDonald's, I was going to college. I like mopping the floors.
Fast food was the best job I ever had.
I swear to God, McDonald's is the most fun I ever had in my life at a job. I mean, social fun. Everybody was friends. We all hung out. Like it's closing the store, we blasting the music, and just having fun.
Absolutely.
Remember this
then
one?
I got old and I got responsibilities, and I had to make more money, and got a mortgage, and boy, did I take a wrong turn in life. Hey, I'm a trucker. We always take wrong turns.
You're going in cycles.
Oh, trouble is, you take the wrong turn in 70 feet of truck, and suddenly there's only 30 feet of room.
Yeah, I could never drive a truck. I'd be killing people by accident.
The secret is to keep your eyes closed. What
Yeah,
you don't
right.
see doesn't scare you.
I'm the guy that had on my bicycles put me in the hospital like multiple times because I stopped paying attention. At one point, like when something's new, like I first started driving a truck or something, or it's like an airplane or something like big, I'd be good at it for a while. Then once I got comfortable, but at one time where I daydreamed and like ran over a nun or crashed a plane into like a nuclear reactor or something, you know.
Well, you just got to make sure to take your Ritalin before you start driving.
Yeah. I'm waiting when they make a self-driving cars or a major thing. I'll get like a self-driving RV and just work on that. Take me
That's
to the
not a
Grand
bad idea.
Canyon. That would be so cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah, until that self-driving stuff takes my job.
Yeah, you wind up being like this guy that hunts down like people developing AI for driving. Rambozo.
Fortunately, the branch of trucking I do, it's going to be a very long time, if ever, that happens. They're actually between my city and the further one up further north, Edmonton. They have started testing self-driving semis, which will be interesting come wintertime. How is that computer going to hop out and chain up the tires?
They'll make tires that adapt like in Speed Racer.
Life doesn't always imitate art.
Yeah, sometimes it does though. I'm just
Yeah.
saying when a problem comes up, it gets solved. I mean, it might take time, but they'll solve it. Or your job will be just sitting in this little room and not doing anything, just waiting. It'll beep. Rambozo, get out and put chains on tires. Then you get back in your little pod.
Easy money, I guess.
I couldn't be. Well, I guess you could work on the computer then while you're being driven around.
Oh, hell, I can do that anyway. I just got to hit the cruise control and the truck drives itself.
Yeah. He's on his way to Hawaii.
Oh, God. All right, quit distracting me. I'm on my way now.
All right, dude. I'll talk to you later, man.
Take her easy.
All right, later. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna do this Bezier curve thing. That jittery movement at the waypoints just always drove me mad.
Yeah, when you write a new movement system, you can just interpolate to what the next point will be.
I see. We had to use a lot of like waypoints to smooth it out because you couldn't do complex math back then. So they're very close as it is. So if I use Bezier curves now, it'll be the exact same pattern, except it won't have those little like jerky movements, you know, along the way. And if I didn't even tell anybody, they wouldn't even know because somebody will come and say, "I want it to be exactly like the DOS version," you know. Well, it's not like I'm taking away the DOS version, you know. What
Just
was the
give it to
latest?
someone who hasn't played that version in like years. And
They wouldn't even know. 'Cause in my mind, until I saw it, I didn't play it for so long. When I loaded it up when I first started this, I'm like, shit, this thing runs like crap. That's not the way I imagined it. I imagined it running smooth.
yeah, I've experienced that in my own communities where it's just like people start imagining differences between they'll like change out like a file and they'll be like, whoa, there's suddenly like the normal maps are really popping, and I'm just looking at the screenshots like this looks like vanilla, man. This is what it has looked like for 20 years.
What was the latest version of Call the Raptors DOS? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I'm trying to look it up here. DOS game archive. I think it was 1.2 or 1.3. Well, you know what? I got it on here. Drive D, where's Steam apps? Steam library, Steam apps, common, Raptor. Well, it said it real fast. Anybody see that?
Oh, I missed it.
Shit. It's funny. I bet it says Cygnus Studios, but I bet the Windows version still says Cygnus on the main screen.
Yeah, that logo is very familiar to me. I think it still does that, the Windows version. At least the demo I played, because Raptor was the one I never owned.
Hold on. D.
Well, actually, admittedly, I didn't own any of them because I was always a kid and couldn't buy things from the internet. So I'm repaying my debts through the Patreon.
Cool. Thank you. Every little bit
I
helps.
was considering just getting like I was considering like actually getting like some of the games from the site, like getting the like disc burn stuff, but
See, maybe for on setup it says. Oh shit! I gotta do that in a DOS box window. What am I thinking? Let me see if I remember how to do this crap. See, you got to mount E.
every time
Is
I
that
think of this, it haunts
Yeah.
me. It's like there was this time where the MKing website had games from other developers on it because it was I think you had like a publisher deal or something.
Wait, say that again.
Where there was this time where the MKing website had games from other
Developers, yeah.
other developers on it.
Yeah, I used to sell like Zarlor, Swarm Assault, and the sequel to Swarm Assault. I can't remember the name.
Not just that.
Juno
there was,
First,
there was,
Robotron, something like that.
there was this time where the same people that had their games on the Reflexive Games website had them on the MKN website, where all the games, instead of being like normal demos, they were like the 60-minute demos. And there was a different version of Demon Star on that, and it haunts me every time because I don't have it anymore.
I was gonna sell Reflexive Games, but I never did. That wasn't on mking.com.
I'm gonna look on the Wayback Machine. Like maybe I'm like imagining things, but I do remember there being a different version of Demon Star that like it didn't have the windowed mode, and it was just you could actually fully mouse control the UIs, and like it had like
There was some arcade. I forget who the hell sold. There was an E-Games version. Then there was some online arcade, like where you bought tokens and you could play it like a arcade game. That might have been. That's the only versions I remember.
E-Games I remember because I had the demo disc where like, and they had their splash in the game.
1.2, yeah.
That like, I think the E-Games version was like in the 3s.
I went by too fast again. Hold on, I got to see the original speed here.
Yeah, no problem.
I know what I'm gonna do. I'll run side by side.
Oh, let me see. Did the stream die or just no? Okay, it just.
Big difference.
Ship what? Where's the entire?
Hold on, I can't hear you with all this noise. Well, look how jerky they move. Yeah, the Raptor died. He's gone. Oh my God, those sound effects are horrible. Oh, what time is it? 5 o'clock. Good thing I ate. I started making this class movement before I got side. The fuck. Yeah, I didn't get very far. Oh yeah, that's what I'm like, oh, I got to make a Vec2 class, and I got sidetracked. Like, this is time I rewrite all my vector classes so it works more like how in Unity. I don't know if anybody used Unity before, but their vector
Um,
stuff is nice. Now I kind of have all that functionality.
yeah, I've used a little Unity. No, I was right. I found a Wayback Snapshot where it had what I described.
Can you post a picture?
I'll post you the web archive link. This is when it had like a lot of pages of games where it was it was like something like maybe it
Oh, I
was
remember
saying
this.
somewhere on
Yeah,
the
I did.
page.
I did. Oh my God, I forgot all about this.
And there was like a special version of Demon Star for this too.
I forgot that I actually got this working. Yeah, Reflexive used to let you resell the games, and used to like read this XML feed off their website to be able to know what to display on your website.
Just like
Why did
2007.
Then they stopped doing it.
Yeah, because I think they just went bankrupt or like they stopped.
I thought somebody bought them out or something. I don't know.
I think that might have been part of it. But yeah, like I just remember coming to the
Oh, I
website
totally
at one
forgot
point.
about this.
And
In my mind,
after this is when the GLB stuff and the map packs disappeared.
yeah, somewhere in there, I lost all the files to remake the website. So right now, that's why I haven't updated it in so long. Because the only way I could update it is by like hand editing the HTML myself on the server.
Yeah.
So that I comment like I deleted the lines that displayed the other games and took them onto the PHP thing for the order screen and stuff.
I think the dumb thing is if you remove like the last part of the URL for downloading certain files, I think you just get like access to the FTP where you can still download like the map packs and stuff. I think that's how I got them recently.
I'm sure it's still on there. I don't even remember how to log in, M King. You know what's funny back then? Mountain King website costs around $1,200 a month for the server. Now I got a faster server with more bandwidth, faster CPU for $5 a month.
Yeah, I imagine it doesn't get much traffic these days, but
It still sells.
oh, that's good.
Demon Star does it. It makes a couple $100 a month. But like .emu sells Raptor, so that just redirects to them, I believe. I don't really sell it myself, I don't think.
Yeah, the Raptor got the by URL taken off the website. I remember that very distinctly.
Yeah, if I updated the games, I'm sure they would sell more. I got to update the website before Raptor comes out. Yeah, somebody offered to buy it for $600 the other day because I forgot to renew it. I think it's worth more than that because it's been around. I mean, even if you tried to buy it, I think it said it was worth like $10,000 or something, the name.
Oh wait, but the buy form still lets you buy Raptor Call of the Shadow, so I assume the Windows version is still like viable through the website.
Oh, I remember we set up a thing where I sell it. It would BMT like I do through my system, and they're like
Oh.
yeah, they automatically get their cut from me without me having to do anything.
Okay, yeah, that makes
Or I
sense.
send all the money to them and then they pay me. I don't remember. It's something like that. I had this good last night. I was falling asleep watching TV and I thought it was a great idea for something new you could buy in the store, and I can't remember it now. Well, let me bring up, where's that? I gotta get back to working here. I could find another good example of the Bezier curve thing. Feature notification. What did that happen? All right, so the thing. Void. Set points there. The original stuff is a short, X, short. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna yawn. Oh my god, I forgot to shave. I probably look like a bum. Probably can't tell. I'm just a hobo. So, 4 index equals 0, comma index is less than I count index plus plus. What does it keep saying? A dynamic surround sound has been performed. What? Syntax expression with dynamic surround. What? Oh. Oh, I reset to look at it. That's why it's showing me these things.
Someone will like that. I posted the Demon Star add-ons in the general chat.
Yeah, I saw. Cool. Move OBJ pointer. So, move OBJ. I shouldn't be using the same name, but alright. What else could I call it? I'll call it S move for smooth move. Then it won't conflict. Schmob. Smob job. J. You do that? Oh. S move OBJ. I really fucked that one up. Mob job. Don't Oh, pointer.
Oh shit, a discount. Oh, I see. The discount's there so that VAT ends up being the same amount again. So, what's the method of delivery when you buy on the website and it's not a CD? Just
Download. They give you a download link.
cool.
That worked. Oh. Points. Index. Comma. X. Man, if I can get this working today, I'll be really happy. I wonder how I did the movement in Demon Star. I don't even have a memory of that.
I remember
I don't remember it being jerky like a Raptor.
the movement in Demon Star. You quote unquote draw your own line of how it's going to move by putting points on a grid.
Same thing I did in Raptor. I'm guessing I just used more points.
Also, it is per pixel. It's just the grid is what you're looking at, but you could do it per pixel in Demon Star.
Yeah, okay, so it is the same thing, it's just higher resolution. I think like a, here, let's see, enemy.h. Or maybe it said map.h.
Okay, I now legally own all the Demon Stars.
Max tiles, max guns, max, he had only 30 points, max. Max flight. Yeah, 30. So in Raptor, you can put down 30 waypoints for the enemy movement. So this should really make it a lot smoother. Spec 2D. Where's that example? Oh, wait, that's totally fucking wrong. You really want one of those. Water. Coconut water. Ah. So now I got my electrolytes. Hit point. This doesn't look like the most efficient method that I've found on the net here, but we'll see. Oh, I know. S move OBJ. Let's make it SOBJ. equals 0. K is less than I.
Let's see.
Would it be that easy? Oh, I forgot semicolon. C. How did I type C instead of K? What the fuck? Oh, this should be I underscore SOBJ bing bing time? What did I call it? T. Just call it T.
Oh, dude, I bought the Demon Stars. I decided that would be nice at least if, I enjoyed the games and, like, I'm actually talking to the dude who made,
Oh, you bought
who
them just
made
now?
them. Yeah,
Oh, thank you.
I was like, you know what, why not? It's like, I mean, I have them already. I have multiple versions, but it's like,
Oh, I gotta make that a fucking double.
I know it's actually going to the guy who's working on some review or a remake or something. But yes, dude.
Oh, what header file does that need? Seizure?
I hope they take as little of a fee as possible.
I think I got a special deal with BMT because they liked Raptor, so it's like I have to only take 10%. There's no global operator which takes type vec2 double. Neat. Gotta add that, I guess.
Yeah, I remember writing my own vector classes for another project.
That's what I started yesterday. I mean, I took somebody's open source thing and then
So
added
if you
to
want
it.
if you want my suggestion, don't add another operator. Add another constructor, which just takes one double, and then it will automatically try to use that. They'll automatically try to use that.
It should
and
work.
then
It's right here. Oh,
get
that's
the
vector
operators for
4.
free.
Times equal. Oh, it's vector 2.
Oh, Cool, Juggernaut. I'll check it out. If YouTube let me visit your channel from the chat, uh, post a link. I'm actually curious. Those games were part of my childhood too, so love to see that. No problem. Well, childhood for me, the most relatable thing from that like old computer conversation from earlier was oh nice. Was the hard drive space thing. Because yeah, I'm only 23, so I didn't like experience most of those things. Yeah, I saw Juggernaut. They had the oh what? You added like that's cool, dude. Like actually, like like adding the option for vertical movement, kind of like Alien Stars. Wow. Yeah, so like a lot of that game is like the actual definitions are in like these like INI files, right? Because I remember there were some releases where they like accidentally left those in instead of compiling them in, and the game would just load those. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Okay, hold on, I'll be right back.
Oh, I actually had the audio off. Your description is correct. It's very loud. Yeah, remember, there's always the option to make your own game. I started with the mods and slowly I'm inching towards that. But I get it if it's like a thing of like just wanting to modify like an existing game that you really like. I've been there for so many years. I did that with Halo, like Halo 1. Did you add in the thing where the thrusters stretch out when you move up, or is this just actually leftover Alien Stars code that I'm seeing here? Because I wouldn't be surprised if it was just actually like already in the game, but just you were limited. Yeah, it was actually I get that it was actually in Starfinder 3, but like did you use like some leftover code you found in there or like Was it just in some definition file? Like, I have so many questions. I guess they just made one engine and then like they made like some switches and just made like Alien Stars and Star Defender 3 and 4 all in that same thing. Yeah, I mean I've noticed that before. It's just like you never really know like how much of one engine. Oh shit. I just realized I'm looking at the it's a bit late in the video where you have like the custom weapons and stuff. Oh,
Almost back.
man, Juggernaut, props to you, dude. That is like further than I have ever gotten with modding that stuff. All I remember getting from modding the Star Defender games was
All right, I'm back.
hey, and continuing where was all I ever got from modding the Star Defender games, and this is filthy, but when I was a kid, didn't have money to buy the full game, so I just modded all the levels into the first episode, the first mission. It would take 10 minutes to load that mission, but then you could just play throughout the entire game. Just like that, in that awful, terrible way.
What the hell is that?
Yeah, I'll be gone for a bit.
All right. Times equals. Shit. It's like the first time I use these operator overload things, really. Plus equals, times equals. Oh, there's no times equals. Plus equals. Ah. Oh, that's why it didn't work. Times divide. Shit, now I gotta add that to all of them. Minus times equals. Oh. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Where the shit is my music? I need it louder. Can you guys hear the music in the stream?
No, it's noise canceled out.
I don't have a filter on it.
Uh,
Really, I've been playing the music this whole time and nobody can hear it? Oh, man. Here, what if I turned it up all the way? You hear it now?
so I can tell there's still noise filtering on it, but yeah, obviously I can't hear it because I'm in VC.
Oh, you're right. I do have noise suppression on that. Oh, my God. Is that for all audio?
Like just pointing out everything wrong with the stream today.
I must have added on the wrong thing. Ding. There we go. How's that? Yeah, I had the, I must have thought I clicked on the wrong thing and thought I was adding it to the microphone. What did I do wrong here? Oh. Same thing? Shit. I used to play Command and Conquer years ago.
I haven't ever had a chance to play them.
It's fun, but God, those games lasted forever. I fixed this. It just compiled.
I do know that there's some tracks I remember liking from those games, even not having played them.
Somebody, one of the Raptor videos said I look like somebody from, I gotta look that up now, from Command and Conquer. Hold on, let me bring that up. Here. guy who made... Here it is. Scott Host looks like Kane from Command and Conquer. And I said maybe Kane looks like Scott Host from Raptor. I don't remember who that is. I just had this compiling. What the frick did I do? So order operations. It's going to do... time times that first. Oh, I see. It's trying to... There's no built-in thing on for double times a vector 2. Shh. How would you do that? Can you override the normal things for double?
Personally, I would just suggest keeping it the right-hand operator if you intend to get a vector out of it.
No, but I want to do things like this. I mean, this works like in shaders and in Unity and C#, whatever. I know there's got to be a way to do this.
I mean, you can overwrite operators. It's just overloading. You just... I remember there being a page on this. I'm pretty sure you can find it very easily. It's not actually creating a function on a class, but it's kind of like... Now I want to know how to think about it.
Yeah, I know there's a way.
C++, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Here we go. Vec 2 operator times I got that already, don't I?
Are you sure it isn't telling you to do that outside of the class?
Well, here, right here, here's a double. It's trying to times it times my struct vec2, but there's no operator built in the double or float for that.
Yeah, I
Double.
know I've seen this.
Times equal. I think I got it here. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, it is as I said. It's you define it outside the class, the same way you would do it inside the class. Yeah, you just what you're starting there,
matter?
but outside of the class.
So like that. You sure it doesn't work inside the class?
It's outside of the class because it's on the global scope. I'm pretty sure. How it works. Because implicitly, when doing a member function inside of a class, the first argument invisibly is the this argument for the this keyword. I have a page on it. I remember using the same page before. So you can only overload it if well, it's not technically overloading anymore then, but you can only add on to the operator if it isn't a combination that already exists. As a built-in. Guess that's wrong.
I don't like that. Let's try this.
Wait, doesn't it not like it because you didn't define a variable name for the input?
You know, where do you put that? I mean, I don't know the format. I never did it like this before. Oh, pardon.
No, I'm looking at the code. Well, I actually, it's too small for me to be able to tell for sure what's going on.
I'll just specify C++.
It's been getting so cold here. The
Okay, I'll
building owner has
Kane
stopped paying for the gas.
Command Conquer. I guess. Funny.
Obligatory posting the old 3D realms pictures.
Yeah, they asked me for. I didn't. That's why I like streaming now. I didn't document anything or have pictures from those days. I have nothing. So when they asked me for pictures, I just sent what I had. I was never into taking people pictures. I always take like scenery pictures and stuff. So I had like very few pictures of anything. All right. According to this. Uh-oh, I think the lizard's wants food.
Gonna get out of the cage.
Oh, she's free roams all the time. But when she comes out, I just heard her jump off the window. She sits by the window all day. Usually she goes in the kitchen then and waits for food. Oh, this is gonna get after. Son of a bitch. Let's move this down to the bottom. QD. Yep, there she goes, right in the kitchen.
Did she escape?
No, that's her way of saying it's feed me.
Oh wait, you said she's free roaming. You mean like out of the cage or?
Yeah, she's. Oh, I'll be back. I gotta make a plate of food. She's like a dog. When she wants to go swimming in the bathtub, she'll jump in the bathtub. When she wants food, she just goes in the kitchen and waits.
Lizards do always seem like cool pets. I'm allowed to have pets in my current place right now. I seriously can't wait to move into something better. It does work. Can't be the only one in the world trying to do this. Can't be it. That works? That doesn't make sense, but okay. Oh wait, yeah, actually, like I'm looking at the stream now. That's what I remember. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Never really used the overload thing in my life up until recently. Yikes.
Oh, make that function static, otherwise it's not going to work in the header. And if you like being anal, make it static inline.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that should avoid that linker issue.
Wow, it worked. I'm going to add that to all the other vector classes too, but I'm going to wait till the end to make sure it works the way I think it does. Well, it compiled.
If it doesn't work the way you would expect it to, inside the function, make sure it's b plus a and not a plus b. Otherwise, it's infinitely recursive.
Yeah, it wouldn't even let me compile that. I would have got an error in the right order.
Okay, yeah, I have the stream very, very small right now.
Now let's see if this works the way it's supposed to. Wish the vector shit was built into C and it worked just like it did in shaders. It's so easy in shaders. At least I was forced to finally write my own thing to do that. I mean, you can't make a game without vector math. You just can't. Not today. Is it just me or is the same song playing over and over? What the fuck is that? Oh. No, there's no plus. How did it compile before if there was an error in it? That's weird. It shows an error in C line.
If you end up going hard enough with the vectors, I suggest submitting it to the STB library.
Is there an STB vector library?
No, sadly. But
I'll just make my own. I mean, I like this because then I can add anything I want to it.
no, I'm saying like if you go like really hard with it, I suggest like submitting it so it can be part of that, so the next person doesn't have to solve the same problem.
Well, this is somebody else. I started with I found this Vec2D way up here. It's still whatever. Yeah, here it is. Changer Cheyenne. He made the original, so I'll leave the copyright thing in there. It says you can modify it, whatever, use it for whatever you want. It's MIT license. So I added a bunch of shit, and then I copied it over and did for Vector 3 and Vector 4. Some things are different, like how you calculate cross product and stuff. But all I know is it's what I had this other thing called R vector I was using. It's basically a vector 4, and I used it for everything, even if only you needed 2 spots, like X and Y, or X, Y, and Z. I just used one for everything, which was kind of wasteful. So I always been meant to rewrite it. So I figured, well, now I need it for this spline or Bezier curve thing, and it's time to finally do it. I'm out of coffee. Fuck. 6:03. All right. All right. Why the fuck does this compile, but it shows an error in C line? Oh, operator recursive. What'd you say about that?
It looked like you were doing A plus B instead of B plus A inside the actual operator code.
Oh, it's multiplication. But if I put B plus B times A, it'd...
Yeah, like you have to do that because
I'll get an error now, though. I think.
You shouldn't, because you're now not calling your own operator. You're instead calling the operator on the class. What? Let's see. No operator found which takes left-hand operator of type const vector. Oh, could you show the class that your vector 2D class? Because I think I might know exactly what's going on there.
Okay, which part? Probably like multiplication.
Yeah, okay, so the problem is you need to set these to be constants. That is not like, they don't have to be constants when put in, but that is the promise to not edit them. So anytime for these
what if I take the constant out here?
What I'm saying is you have to do, instead of double S, you have to do const double S. Double accept both non-const and const doubles. And then it won't complain like that.
Oh, like this?
Waiting for it to type in. Yeah, like that. That's pretty much required.
Okay.
It's a promise to not edit the input,
Then
which you're not doing because you're outputting something.
it's still... Oh, that fixed it.
Yeah, I've had to fuck around with C++ for a while.
Yeah, I've never really used this operator stuff. I know it's handy, so it's good to know.
Yeah, generally, if you are not editing something, if you're not editing an input, always make it const, just to promise that you're not gonna modify it. And then it should work for both.
Well, that compiled. No warnings. If I need the const thing later, I'll add another one. Oh, I see. You mean like when I times it times a value like 1.25 that's actually hand typed in and not a variable.
Yeah, that is part of it.
All right, I'll just add to it. I'm not going to do it with the other vectors until I get all ironed out with vector 2.
By the way, if you ever want to keep the ability to inline things, but you want to take them out of the header, what you can do is at the bottom of the header you can include a .ipp file. So it's like an inline file, and then you can just put all the implementation in that file. So it's like CPP, HPP, except like, while still giving you the benefits of template functions and stuff.
No, cool. Now, what next? Back to Slick. Oh, that's in Slick Edit. Move at men. Spelled wrong. All right. I know this could be optimized. This just was wrong. You should only have to go through maximum 3 of the points, I would think. Oh well, let's see if this works. Optimize later. Oops, did I just quit by accident? Son of a bitch, I gotta fix the key map on that one of these days. I think the default key for modem is like Control X or something quits. There comes Iguan again. Hey buddy, you going back by the window? Wait a second, it's like it's playing the same 4 songs over and over. A shitload of songs that's copyright free. Kind of random. Now, let's see. I don't know. Do I dare start doing this late in the day? Oh, we're gonna make a 5. Yeah, the STB stuff. I already used like 3 of those things. The STB Vorbis, STD Image.
Oh yeah, I absolutely love those. Like
Yeah.
at some point there was the danger of like including their D3DX9, which isn't standard installed in like a project that I can't really afford to do such things, and then like STB comes around and does everything I need in just like a few headers.
Yeah, I used the True Type thing, STB Image, and STB Vorbis. Yeah, STB True Type, STB Vorbis. I can't pronounce Vorbis. And STB Image. Yeah, I hate libraries that are huge. That a whole single header file thing is just beyond cool. Shit, I'm gonna have to get up again and make coffee. It's probably why I don't have like all these like problems from sitting in front of the computer all day, because I don't really sit down for too long without getting up every once in a while. Except when I play games, that's where I'm really into something like coding-wise. I'll forget to eat. I'll forget everything.
I feel that way too much, man. It's a bad habit. But like it only gets like that when I'm working on something that's mine. If I'm working on like something for my job, I'll get up to eat because it's like.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It's got to be my thing, or I'm really not into it. I mean, granted, I have worked on things for other people. I did contract work that were really interesting, like the shaders for that Gaia Pro asset on Unity Store. That was fun. I did the other shaders for this horror game, and the shaders for this VR game. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, my job, I enjoy my job. Just the only thing is like how much of it I need to do, and that I can't really like if I don't feel it for a week, it's not like I can just stop for a week, right?
Yeah.
So it's I can't find a word for it right now, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I'm actually planning to ask if I can switch from a 40-hour week to a 36-hour week. I know a few people at my job do it, but man, I crave that. Like, just it seems like once I hit 36 in a week, I just can't anymore. Not for my job.
I don't remember this stuff.
Actually managed to find something in software dev, so something I can actually do and enjoy.
Cool.
And it pays good, so all things to be happy about.
Enemies, people. What the hell is this being defined at? Just reading from it. Reading. Alright, now I'm freaking out. Oh, it's a totally different file. Oh, shit. Alright, so that's kind of set in stone. Alright, so G enemies is the enemies on a level saved in the level data. I can't save it there. Oh, bad. You know, even if it's slow, just to prove this works, it doesn't have to be done the right way. I don't want to redo everything just to find out this doesn't work, or it won't work, or it makes it too smooth or something. Load lib. Clear it. And here we go. Test move. And what was it called? Map. Flight X at flight Y. Let's look at tests. Numb Flight. Shit, I don't know how I'm gonna scale the damn time though. This is not the right answer. To calculate the total distance and not scale at the time. Oh, God. How do you make blah, blah, blah? Not in Blender. probably gonna edit. You know what? I'm gonna cut the stream. I want to think about this before I actually do it. I don't want to screw everything up. I'm gonna do some reading about this, but I'll probably stream it tomorrow. I want to get this working while it's being recorded. So good night, everybody.